And Steve from the Redneck Garage. Well, it is post-paint day, and let me tell you, it was a grueling couple days getting the truck prepped and painted in a short amount of time. Probably a little bit faster than I would have wanted to, but I am beating the cold weather, so I'm happy about that. Now, I am so happy that I was able to perform a perfect paint job. Wait a minute. There's no such thing! And I thought we'd just take a look at what it came out looking like. Alright, so here's the truck, and for the most part I'm just super happy with the paint job. You can see that we've got a little bit of run right there, and the paint looks great. Now I took the cover off so it can sit in the sun and bake a little bit. I like to get her baked down. Everything turned out really nice. Now when you look at it, you can see that I got a lot of orange peel in it, and that was a design. Or not really a design, but one of the consequences of laying down that clear really thick on the last couple coats, because my goal is to, I mean, if I had stopped after the first coat, it actually was pretty smooth, and then I laid down some more clear, and then eventually it started orange peeling a little bit on me. But my goal is to wet sand it and buff it, so I wanted more clear on it rather than less, because it will be sanded down, and we're going to be using a new DA sander on that new polishing system. As far as the color and the metallic and the distribution, looks great. I love it. Looks really nice. The hood turned out great. Didn't get any big huge runs or anything like that, so it should buff out really beautifully. I've got a new buffer coming in because I had a Harbor Freight, and with as much buffing as I'm doing, I went ahead and invested in a good one. That'll be here tomorrow. And I'm going to be cleaning up, getting some of this stuff up, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing next on the truck here in just a little bit, but let me clean up. After all that, it took me quite a while to get cleaned up, and I realigned the tub and everything else. Roll it! Alright, I cut up the old wood sawhorses and burned them. That's about $20 worth of wood. And I got these janky little stands underneath it, which are kind of crappy, but it's still on the engine stand, so it won't go anywhere. That's just to stabilize it a little bit. That looks good. Looking over the paint job, everything looks really good. I've been happy with it, except for two spots. I've got one right here on the bed. You can kind of see right here. And I'll show you the other one. The other one is right here on the front cowl section, and what I think happened is that clear went on so heavy that it pulled up the metallic, and that's not common, but I think it's because of the metallic that you can see it. And what we're going to do is just shoot that one panel and this one quickly, and then buff it out and everything, rather than trying to blend that in and everything. It's just as quick for me to just shoot this whole front of the panel. So that was cool. So that's where we're at. I've got a couple bad spots. We got to do a little bit more painting, and that's what I'm going to try to concentrate on today, is wet sanding down the side and the front grille, get those shot real quick, and then we can move on to the bed liner. Alright, I got the grille sanded down, ready for paint, as well as the side. We're just waiting for them to dry down. Looking good. Ready to shoot a little color. Alright, I got some of the color mixed up, and we're going to use our small PPS cup, so you don't have to mix up a ton, and our FX3000 spray gun. So I'm going to be putting some paint on the spot panels. Alright, this kind of giving me a little bit of a fit, tell you the truth. It's got to be something kind of chemical related, because when I sprayed a little more top coat on it, it went great over everywhere else. But when it hit those two spots, it did not like it. So I went ahead and took a DA and sanded the crap out of it on both of them. and it feels smooth now, and I'm going to rinse it off, let it dry, and then shoot it again, see what happens. Okay, finally got it to lay down. It looks good. This was a pain, man. I don't know what the deal was, but I'm going to let it flash off really well, and then we'll put some clear back on it. And that looks really good. So, clear action. Alright, I finally got it to lay down smoothly, and it looks good. It's still settling out. That'll be an easy buff on that one. And the side looks really good. So the painting, hopefully it's done, unless I screw up the hood and have to reshoot it. But it looks great. Okay, I'm just out here watching the paint dry. I think it looks really good. Got a good gloss. It'll buff out nicely. Got plenty of clear on it. And I got rid of those weird, whatever they were. I don't have any idea what that was. Some kind of chemical reaction. But anyway, basically what I did was just feather it in lightly and let that flash out, and then cover it up, and then once that happened, it worked great. I am going to be working on clearing out the tub and getting that ready as soon as this paint dries. So that's going to be our next thing, is doing the bed liner on the inside. And basically the tub will be prepped and ready to go. Alright, so that's the next thing. I'm David from Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.